Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Mrs. C of Life with Me, Mrs. C. I am going to this is part 2 of my investment here. I talked to you previously about investing in 401ks. If your jobs offer that, to go ahead and do that, it's never too late, because I didn't start investing into mine for, my 401k. It was like 5 years prior to me retiring. And it was substantial amount once I did uh, leave that position, because that business ultimately closed. And I was a practice manager at a medical facility, and that business ultimately closed. But the money that I had in it, it was a pretty substantial amount that I was pleased with and was surprised, for that short duration. But how I invested, I started off with 15%, and then I started increasing it as time went on right before I got ready to leave. And so it was like, I think I had put maybe, it was started off like maybe $100 or $200 per pay, like that. It started off, I think, about 100, and then it went up to like 200, and then it was like, I think may have been 300 per pay that I was just putting in. I was just putting in every 2 weeks that I got paid. Not everybody is able to do that, but that's something that I was doing. And I saw a change. So, you can do it, with 100 to 200, you can do it. As far as investing in your 401k, that's what I was contributing to it. Now, my company was supposed to add to that, which they never did, but that's another story. But anyhow, it's never too late to invest so that you can have something, a little bit of something, not just depending on your pension if you have it from other or previous jobs, or if you have Social Security, but this is something extra. And my last video I talked about was not only 401ks, but traditional IRAs, a life savings account. You're going to get a little percentage, but it's an IRA, it's pre-tax. So the money that you put in it is pre-tax. Once you pull it out, of course, you're going to be taxed. And if you're not 59 and a half, you're going to be charged an additional 10%, on that tax. And a Roth, which is similar to the IRA, only that one is taxed. So the money that goes in it is already taxed. So when you pull it out, you don't pay taxes on it, unless, again, you're 59 and a half. You're not of that age that you can pull it out. I also talked about whole life annuities, and that's where you put money into a particular insurance, and you have to keep it in there. This is an investment, like 10, 15, 20 years. And that is really good when you're younger, so that when you put money in, you'll see that money grow. When you're younger, like in 20s, 30s, or even 40s, you see that money, if you have it in there for 10, 20 years, let it grow once you're ready to pull that money out. So that's a part of investing, as far as for retirement, because again, retirement, it comes so quickly. You look around and boom, it's time to retire, and you haven't done anything. So I'm just giving you little nuggets of what you can do. If your job offers 401ks, jump on it. And if not, you invest in other avenues. Look at other venues that you can get involved with. But today I'm going to talk to you about for your savings account. Now, if you have a regular savings account, like you put it into your bank, I have a credit union savings account or a regular type savings account, you put money into that type of thing, it's going to grow a little bit of interest. So let me give you a little bit of information that I have found out. If you put your money in a high yield savings account, how my eyes got big when I said high yield savings account. It's like a normal savings account, but offers a high interest rate, a APY, or annual percentage yield. So at the end of the year, not the end of the year, at the end of the year, you'll see that the money that you put in has grown substantially. With a higher API, your money grows faster as it sits in your account. Unlike, say, like if you got a CD, like you get the CDs, the bank have CDs, a certified certificate of deposits. You put money in that CD, you can't touch that money because it's got to be in there for 6 months or a year or 3 years before it earns that little 3% or whatever. And if you touch that money, of course, you're going to be penalized. And you don't want somebody holding on to your hard-earned money. You don't want nobody holding on to that. So you want to be able to have access to it. So a CD, I mean, it's okay, but no, unless you got money that you don't mind just putting there and just letting it sit and ride, you know. But a high yield savings account, you will earn money without having to be penalized for taking your money, because it's your money. And especially if you get it in a bank that does not have a fee to have it, or a minimal requirement to have it, no fees attached or anything like that. That's where you will greatly benefit. Okay, so let me finish reading what I have here. In a high yield savings account, not only does your money earn a better return than a traditional savings, but you still have access to your cash when you need it, as you would a normal savings account. Okay, your money is federally insured by the FDIC, which is Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, up to $250,000. So, and these are the ones that you want to invest in, or save, put your money in for savings. You don't want to put it in something that does not have a FDIC insurance, because it's subject to, where is it going or what happened? Although there's a lot of them out here, I'm going to give you a couple of them, that the names are recognizable to you, that have these high yield savings accounts. A good thing to get in, that make your money make money for you. It's sitting there, just let it, especially if you're not touching it, let it make money for you. Okay, so these have no monthly fees, no minimum amount to deposit, and FDIC approved for $250,000 for your money. Okay, if you got over $250,000 for your money, good, $250,000 that you got, good for you, But for the most part, most average people don't have that amount of money, but it insures up to that amount. Okay, there's Discover High Yield, and as of today, which is March the 5th, 2025, is at 3.70%. Now, the average savings rates for most traditional savings account is somewhere around 0.41% as of February the 27th, 2025. That is the rate, the average rate in the United States, 0.41%, versus a high yield savings account such as Discover, 3.70% as of March. Another one is Barclays, BARCLAYS. That's 4.15%. Capital One 360 is 3.70%. And it also offers an ATM if you open a checking account with them. Synchrony Bank, SYNCHRONY Bank, has a 4% interest rate, annual interest rate, and they also offer ATM cards. American Express, that's another name that you know or are aware of, or hopefully you know about American Express. They have 3.70% interest rate, annual percentage rate. Now, these are just a couple of them. These are just 5. There's plenty of them out there. You can look it up and you can see for yourself these high yield savings accounts where there's no minimum requirements, there's no monthly fees, and you could take your money out, of the bank. These are online bank accounts, but you could take your money out of these whenever you want, so that's something that you want, where you have access, total access, unlike I said, a CD where you have to keep it in there for a certain amount of months or years in order to get that percentage. At the end of the year, if you put a certain amount of money in there, you're going to have more money than you would in a regular savings account. Okay, so this is just a little bit of something that I just want to let you know, concerning of what you can do, how you can save money, what little bit you have, even if it's $100, a little bit that you have, you saving money in a high yield savings account, and you can earn money while it's just sitting there. Okay, so these are good things, and you can open up more than one account. You don't have to have it in one place. You can have several places, and some places allow you to open more than one account right in that same with that same bank. So these are different things that you can check into far as uh, earning additional money, far as with your retirement, because you want your money to count, you want your money to add, you want your money to make sense. So these are just suggestions. This is just a suggestion. I am not a financial advisor or a consultant. I'm just making suggestions of how you can add to your finances. And for best advice, consult with a certified planner, a CFP, with expertise in retirement planning. And all of this information I got from cnbc.com/select/best high and yield savings account. And I will put that in my description. I know that was a whole lot to swallow right there, but I will put it in the description of where I got this information from. So as I learn, I'll tell you. And as you can see, I'm moving both of my hands now because my daughter gave me a tripod, that I'm able to talk without actually having to touch my, go up there and push. Okay, I'm going to push this off. I even got a little, look at this, y'all, got a little thing that I can cut this on and cut it off. So again, like I said, this is my little nugget to you. I just want you to be the best you that you can possibly be. And I'm going to get ready, get my butt in here and start walking. Some so I can walk, get my exercise for today, my movement for today. In the meantime, in between time, my dear hearts, you be blessed, not stressed, and don't you cause no mess, okay? And also, too, I want to give a shout out to my granddaughter, Sophie. She watches me often. So I just want to say, hi, Sophie. Love you. So again, you be blessed. Like, share, and I'm going to say subscribe. You hear me? Subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. What you see is what you get. I'm not going to do like, oh, got to edit that. But I do know how to put some things in, some words in, but I don't, far as the bloopers, that's what they would call them, bloopers. You're going to get some bloopers from me because I may not say something quite right, but I know what I'm saying. All right, my dear hearts, again, be blessed. Until I chat with you later, you have a wonderful, wonderful day. All righty. And look, I'm pushing, it won't go off.